Hey football fans, welcome to another episode of the Top 10 Project. Today we're tackling the age-old question of who is the most valuable running back of all time. That's right, we're going to compare running backs from different eras until we get to our number one spot. Why don't you take a second right now and let me know in the comments who you think it's going to be. Now stay tuned as we get into our list. Okay football fans, it's finally here, the top 10 most valuable running backs of all time. We've spent several weeks working through our top 10 most valuable running backs of each decade to lead us to this very moment. If you missed our top 10 series, you can check it out right here or here. I don't know. One of these. I'll put it on screen, a link to the series list somewhere. Now let's dive into it. The number 10 most valuable running back of all time is Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas. Thomas played from 1988 through the 2000 season. He was the Offensive Player of the Year and the League MVP in 1991. He led the league in yards from scrimmage for 4 straight years from 1989 to 1992. He had 8 straight 1,000 rushing yard seasons from 89 to 96. He played for the great Bills teams of the early 90s that went to 4 straight Super Bowls and was a big part of their success. He compiled an FGV score of 1,717.71. Okay, coming in at number 9 on our list is Hall of Fame running back Curtis Martin. Martin played from 1995 through the 2005 season. He was the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1995. He led the league in rushing attempts and rushing yards in 2004. He had 10 straight 1,000 rushing yard seasons from 1995 to 2004, nearly his entire career. He played for the Patriots in 95, 96, and 97, and made his only Super Bowl appearance in 1996, and is ranked 6th all-time in career rushing yards. He's compiled an FGV score of 1,886.13. The number 8 most valuable running back of all time, the ever-elusive Hall of Famer Barry Sanders. Sanders played 10 years in the league from 1989 through 1998. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award in 1989, the Offensive Player of the Year award in 1994 and 97, and the League MVP award in 1997. He ran for 1,000 yards every year that he played and ran for 2,053 yards in 1997. He led the league in rushing yards 4 times, 1990, 94, 96, and 97. And he played for the Detroit Lions his entire career, making the playoffs 5 times, but never reaching the Super Bowl. He's also ranked number 4 on the all-time career rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 1,931.32. Okay, our number 7 most valuable running back of all time, the ageless wonder Frank Gore. Gore played 16 years in the league from 2005 through 2020. He had 9 1,000-yard seasons. He most notably played for the San Francisco 49ers and is still their all-time leading rusher and is ranked 3rd in all-time career rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 1,969.0. The number 6 most valuable running back of all time, Adrian Peterson. Peterson played for 15 years in the league from 2007 through 2021, and he had 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons and 1 season in which he surpassed 2,000 yards, where he gathered up 2,097. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2007 and the Offensive Player of the Year and the League MVP in 2012. He led the league in rushing yards 3 times in 2008, 2012, and 2015. He most notably played for the Minnesota Vikings and is still their all-time leading rusher and is ranked 5th all-time career in rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,072.28. Okay, let's take a break from our countdown to talk a little bit about an upcoming giveaway called Bowmania. I'll be teaming up with 4 other content creators, and we'll each be giving away Bo Jackson cards in our Bowmania giveaway. We're giving out some football and some baseball to 5 different winners who subscribe, like, and comment on each of our videos when they come out on November 6th through the 13th. Here are the channels you need to subscribe, watch, and like, and comment when their videos post. First up is the Wax Pack Dad. He likes to open the best vintage sports cards from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Opening baseball, football, hockey, and WWF packs each week with an 80s flair. The second one is JJ's Vintage Sports Cards. He's opening older packs of baseball, basketball, and football cards, and reliving the joy of pulling childhood heroes one pack at a time. Next on our list is Bear Cards 34. He does card collection show and tell, pack opening, mail day reviews, and more. Next on our list is David Ganos, using a 20-year career as a sports writer to help educate people on sports card collecting with a limited budget. He does pack breaks, graded card reviews, collecting tips, and more. And of course, there's me, the Football Guy USA, a channel that is about all things NFL. Top 10 lists, weekly football pools, historical team spotlights, Hall of Fame player spotlights, pack breaks, and more. Okay, let's jump back into our countdown. Okay, the number 5 most valuable running back of all time, Hall of Famer Marcus Allen. Allen played 16 years in the league from 1982 through 1997, and unbelievably, he had only 3 1,000-yard rushing seasons. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1982 and the Offensive Player of the Year and the League MVP in 1985. The same season, he led the league in rushing yards with 1,759. He most notably played for the Los Angeles Raiders and is still their all-time leading rusher and is ranked 14th overall for the all-time career rushing yards. He's the first running back on our list that cracked 5,000 receiving yards for his career with 5,411 yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,133.95. Okay, the number 4 most valuable running back of all time, Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk. Faulk played 12 years in the league from 1994 through 2005. He had 7 1,000 rushing yard seasons and led the league in yards from scrimmage twice in 1998 and 99. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1994 and the Offensive Player of the Year in 1999, 2000, and 2001, and was the league MVP in 2000 as well. He split his career playing for the Indianapolis Colts and the greatest show on turf, the St. Louis Rams. Faulk is currently ranked 12th all-time career rushing yards. Faulk is also the running back on our list that had the most career receiving yards with 6,875 yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,160.47. All right, the number 3 most valuable running back of all time, and one of my personal favorites, Sweetness, Walter Payton. Payton played 13 years in the league from 1975 through 1987, and is the only player on our list that played in the 1970s. He had 10 1,000-yard seasons and led the league in rushing yards in 1977 with 1,852 yards. He also won the Offensive Player of the Year and the League MVP in 1977. He led the league in rushing attempts for 4 straight seasons, 1976, 77, 78, and 79. He played his entire career for the Chicago Bears and is still their all-time leading rusher and is ranked number 2 all-time in career rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,274.11. The number 2 most valuable running back of all time, Hall of Fame running back and the dynamic LaDainian Tomlinson. Tomlinson played 11 years in the league from 2001 through 2011. He had 8 1,000-yard seasons and led the league in rushing yards 2 times, 2006 and 7. He won the Offensive Player of the Year and the League MVP in 2006. He most notably played for the San Diego Chargers and is still their all-time leading rusher and is ranked 7th all-time in the career rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,294.39. And now, the number 1 most valuable running back of all time is Hall of Famer Emmit Smith. Smith played 15 years in the league from 1990 through 2004. He had 11 1,000-yard seasons and 2 more seasons in which he gained 900-plus rushing yards. He led the league in rushing yards 4 times, rushing attempts 3 times, and yards from scrimmage twice. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1990 and the League MVP in 1993. He most notably played for the Dallas Cowboys and is still their all-time leading rusher and is also ranked number 1 in all-time career rushing yards. He compiled an FGV score of 2,633.47. Okay, that's my top 10 most valuable running backs of all time. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, inevitably, there will always be certain players left off a list And of course, it is difficult to compare players from different eras. As much as I've tried to create a metric to level the playing field, one cannot account for the different number of games played or the different playing styles from era to era. Who's to say where such great players as Franco Harris or John Riggins, Chuck Foreman, O.J. Simpson, or Larry Zonka may have ended up if they had played in today's NFL. Anyways, thanks for joining me for today's episode, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.